Hello, and welcome to another Gundam Battle Operation 2 video, and that is the Palace Athene, or Athene. I think it was called the Athene. And, yeah, gonna be some initial thoughts on this suit. And, good thing we got this suit. I enjoy the Scirocco suits. You know, the O, the Masala, Bulanoke's alright. And then, the O, can't wait for the O. But, yeah, we got some ups, and we got some, very clear downs with this suit. Let's go ahead and discuss that. I'm using the level 2, which is the 600 suit. Go ahead and start off with some good old stats here for you. So the Palace Athene at 600, level 2 600, has 17 ballistic resistance, 31 beam resistance, 13 melee resistance, 55 range boost, and 10 melee boost. And it's got 70 boost gauge. And of course, you see it's got a plethora of weapons. It's got the double beam rifle, which you can charge or shoot. It's kind of like the Hamahama's gun, which does pretty significant damage against that Q-blade you just saw. And of course, it's got the Zoc beam laser. I guess I'll call it that. The shoulder cannon laser it's got, which. Not too fond of it. For one, it doesn't stun instantly as soon as it hits somebody. It has to be on them for a little bit and they'll start stunning. And it does pretty weak damage. Granted, it does take 1 second to charge, but it should be like, if it's going to be doing that kind of damage, maybe a little bit instant. Like, a little bit, not instant, like charge up stun, like maybe a little bit shorter than 1 second. Then it's got the shield missiles, which you got 40 of them, I believe, and they rapid fire like crazy. Good ballistic damage there. And then, oh, hold on, here you're gonna see this. Oh no, it's not there yet. Then of course it's got the Justice Rains from Above missiles it has, which those do a fuck ton of damage if you manage to hit them all. It's a devastating attack if you can catch somebody with all of them. And, you know, it's good for clearing out people out of the way. Like, if they see that coming, they're going to fucking move their asses. Oh, here comes that big old blast on some people. I say big old. It wasn't a whole lot of damage, but, you know, you get what you take. And I'm going to blast some missiles down this way. Managed to hit somebody. That's 3,000 damage. That was only with a little bit of them. They each do, like, 1,080 damage. And then it's got a arm beam cannon that works like the arm beam gun on the Unit 5 and 4, except I think it has longer range. And I believe there's... Oop, my mic is trying to slip out of my hands. I believe there's one more weapon. I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, it's got the grenade launcher for its double beam rifle, which should be like closer to, like in the weapon switch thing, it should be closer to the double beam rifle, I feel like. But you know, it does pretty decent damage. And you can get your stun off that way. And it's got the melee beam saber too. Melee beam saber, as if there's any other kind of beam saber. It's got just a beam saber. It's got the Hamahama's downswing, and it's got a thrusting neutral swing. Which the thrusting neutral swing can also hit people that are downed, which is useful. So I guess we'll start off saying that the Hamahama, the Palace Athene is a huge target. I'm not sure if the missiles, you're able to hit the missiles or not, but it is an incredibly wide target. This thing dwarfs other suits. And I feel like they didn't buff its defensive utilities enough to match with this glaringly obvious issue with the suit, along with some other stuff. It has the buffer system, the left arm buffer system, which is where its shield is at, which has a pseudo shield. The Hamahama doesn't have a fucking shield, or the Gian for some fucking reason. So yeah, it has the pseudo shield in its arm. It's also got the buffer on its back, which both of those do 15% less damage if you get hit there. Which, with how big the Palace Athene's back is, I believe that should be upped up more. I mean, we got the R Jarja, which takes like 35% less damage on its shoulders. Why not for the Palace Athene? I'm pretty sure the shoulders, they're not, you know, they're not the middle of the suit where it takes all that damage. You know, it'd be a little bit more than 15%, I imagine. You know, just a little bit more. Maybe level 3 or 4, whichever. it's a little bit kind of silly. And then it doesn't have any maneuver armor, which I feel like this suit definitely needs, because to me this suit has the same problem that the Shritzum Diaz has, which is it has a lot of mid-range tools, but it's so big that it can just get hit by everybody, and it can't get out of being stun locked. I say mid-range. Most of it is pretty long range. But if you want to hit people easier with some of its weapons, it's definitely mid-range. It's just really easy to get stun locked with this suit, and I feel like it needs something like maneuver armor to help it, or some kind of maybe shock dampeners. They gave it damage control, which, go a little bit of a tangent, is why is it when they want to like buff a support or somebody, like if they want to give like a buff to a suit at high cost, they give it the damage control? It does absolutely fucking nothing. It's supposed to be prevent, like it takes more for you to get staggered from shots that aren't instant stun. But if you played high cost matches before, almost every suit has a instant stun weapon, so the damage control is almost entirely fucking useless. So why does the suit have it? Give it it needed something else besides damage control, which I appreciate they gave it damage control, but come on, really? Every suit can just stun it normally, especially, at 600, 650, which this suit goes to 600. And, dealing with all these fucking Cubelays that can just shoot you. Yeah, fucking, come on, really? This damage control. So yeah, it's really easy to just run up on this suit and just fucking wipe the floor with it. Actually, no. It can be kind of troubling too if you're a general, because the amount of weapons the suit has, you can probably get some decent stuns off of somebody. Speaking of weapons, so many weapons. I've already discussed, each one or what they are, but when you put them all together and you fire at some people, you get a lot of damage off. Sometimes almost overwhelmingly, but I wouldn't count on that. This suit does fit in the term support, like almost literally. Really good mid-range to long-range damage on this suit. If your team is pushing, you're a great backup suit. I say backup, but and if somebody's getting close to you for melee and you have your general fighting, you have a little bit of melee to go with. Good old downswing, neutral swing that can hit the ground too. So you got limited melee combo potential, just limited. It's just very easy for raid types, I guess, is to run up on this suit. Generals might have a little bit of a tough time since they're generals. But this suit does provide a lot of support, good, decent support. I'm kind of wishy-washy on if this suit is like super good to use or not. Like it has plenty of good. Oh yeah, by the way, top damage dealt, nice. Beat my rival. I think I only get 5th place, which that's fine. Because for one hand, you got a suit that has a lot of weapon utility and can provide excellent support. And of course, it's got the large missiles on it, which I like to do the missile hop, where you jump up in the air, shoot your missiles down. It's fucking scary. But on the other hand, this suit is huge, and it's very easy to just get it in a stun lock. Like, if the enemy team decided that they're going to end your life, you're going to lose your fucking life. All it takes is them just to look in your general direction. They probably don't even have to aim, because that's how big you are of a suit. It's just very easy to just control this suit once you do. If you leave the suit unattended, like if you're fighting against this suit, it will do some damage against your team. It has plenty of weapons to deal with all sorts of situations. Like, you saw that the beam shoulder cannons, the mini Zoc laser it has. You know, in that tight little corridor, you can shoot that and nail up to 3 people if they're grouped together. It's got the grenade launcher. I'm pretty sure it has a decent explosion range too. And then it has the charge up. It has the beam machine gun technically with the double beam rifle. They can also charge up for a stun. And then it's got the other amounts of weapons you can build up. It has both ballistic and beam damaging weapons. So it's definitely a good support on the support side of things, but it falls into the same old trappings that support types have always been in almost ever since 200 cost. And then I forgot one of its skills is stabilization device, which go fuck yourself. A suit that big and you want to be sitting down in front of people, yeah, no, you're gonna get targeted super easily. Even though it's supposed to reduce stagger, it's not good unless you know they're not looking at you. If your team is distracting them, then it's okay to crouch down and start shooting at them. But otherwise, it's yeah. So it falls into those same old support kind of things, and which at 550 to 600, I always say this almost for every support type coming out now, it's got to stop. We need skills, actual skills for support suits now, like for fucking real. And I'm tired of them, of the devs or whatever, Sunrise, whoever tells them to make suits like this. I'm tired of them whenever they make a suit that could be decent, they clearly turn it down a notch. The Hama Hama could have been such a wonderful suit, and then it's so clear because they gave it force injectors, which is the suit that can make a support type really good. Which is force injector is almost a given on most generals and raid types, but on support it can make a support really good. And then for some fucking reason they gave it 40 boost gauge, which completely almost nullifies it having force injectors, unless it's in space, which it's decent in space. Speaking of space, this suit is not good in space from me playing it. It's so easy to just shoot it and stop it from doing anything. The missiles, which are good on ground because you can control, you know, people are in little tight areas, you can shoot them. Not in space, unless it's derelict colony. But yeah, I'm just tired of them just making the suits the way they are. We clearly need something else. So yeah, it's a good suit, the Pallas Athene. It's just it needs more to go with it. Maneuver armor would have been appreciated because it's such a fucking huge target and it just gets stunned by everything in its path. I almost would have said a dodge roll. Give it the, you know, how the Dom and all the other hover types do their dodge roll. They did the little spin-a-rooney. Give it that. Give it something else to help with it in close range. I know some people that main raids are probably going to be talking about how it'd be unfair to raids. It'd make their jobs harder, which their jobs are super fucking easy half the time when they're dealing with a support type. It's just the generals in the way, which was why we need stronger supports to deal with the generals, and then that would give more emphasis for the raid types to go after the support types and kill them in 3 hits. And, you know, it would help the support types. I mean, the raid types and the general types can pretty much fight a 50-50 battle depending on the suit, but if you add a support type versus a raid type, the raid type's going to win, like, almost guaranteed. Just more skills would be appreciated for more support suits. I thought we were going somewhere with the Hama Hama, but clearly not. We're still stuck in fucking walking tank mode. Although I say walking tank, this thing does have 70 boost gauge, so that it can last a long time, can get you where you're going, but it's just, come on, man. Damage control, really? I mean, it probably wouldn't make sense to give it shock dampeners, because I don't remember it being a fucking beefy suit. But yeah, that's going to be in this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe if you want, I'd really appreciate it. And type up in the comment section what you feel about the Pallas Athene. Do you like it? Do you hate it? And if you fought it, is it really scary when you see the fucking missiles coming towards you? I kind of wish that they made it to where, like, if you tap it, it would send one out at a time, kind of like the MLRS, and then if you hold it, it would send all of them out at the same time. That would have been kind of interesting. Just some ideas thrown out there. And of course, it's so weird that it has a pseudo shield, but the Hama Hama doesn't have a shield. That's so weird to me. They really need to get their priorities right for these high cost supports, because it's getting kind of tiring how I already talked about why I'm probably wearing you out by now talking about it. But, I just want to highlight the problems here, because if the Pallas Athene was any weaker, like damage wise, it would be in the Schwartzem Diaz category, and the Schwartzem Diaz is, for me, like the worst support suit at high cost. It is so easy to trash on the thing, and I'm glad Pallas Athene is not at that tier. Maybe they'll pull like a Bolinoak Saman, where the Bolinoak Saman was it was bad at first, probably because they nerfed it at the first day it came out, but it was bad, then they buffed it, and now it's kind of decent. I mean, I guess that's a Palestinian. It's decent. Like, it's got the good damage. It's just easy to take out. So maybe they'll buff it give it something to help it out with that. Kind of gets me worried about the O, though. Is the O going to come out? It's going to be like super wishy-washy. And maybe they'll buff it and it'll be super OP. Or the Masala. Oh man, I hope the Masala is really good. But yeah, sorry about that support rant and all that. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye.